Hey y'all, it's GojiberryTerri here, and this is Labor Day weekend 2017, and I have my videographer here, Radish Ryan.
Hello.
How are you today, Ryan?
I'm doing pretty good. Now, what are you going to be making today?
Well, today we're going to make sweet potato salad, and I make a raw sweet potato vegan salad. You can go either way with it. What I've done here, Ryan, is I've already prepped the sweet potatoes. I shredded the sweet potatoes, 4 cups of sweet potatoes, or 2, let me show you, I get 2 small, and these are like a Chinese sweet potato. It's very interesting. I like the smaller sweet potatoes, and I got 2. One was a real long root. Well, both of them, the ones I shredded, were real long root, and they made 4 cups. You want about 4 cups of sweet potatoes. I like the smaller ones because they seem to be sweeter, but you can use one big one if you want. But anyway, that's the sweet potato. And then I used a medium-sized beet, red beet, and shredded it. So we got our sweet potato and beet shredded in this bowl. Then in this bowl, I chopped up a 1/2 cup of red onion, a 1/2 cup of yellow onion, and a cup of celery, and the tops of the beet. These little green leafy things are the top of the beet chopped up, and these little red things are the stems that go from the beet to the greens. So I use everything. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to mix this all together. We're going to put it in a big bowl here. We're going to put the sweet potato in, some of it, and then about half of this mixture. And this is your celery, onion, tops of the beets mixture. And then we're going to put this in and do this again. Now, I've also pre-made my dressing, because I use this dressing not only for this, but I also use it for my salads, my kale salads and whatnot. It's one of my favorite dressings that I invented myself. Now, this is optional, the jalapenos, but I like spicy, so I'm going to go ahead and put, this is 2 medium jalapenos or 1 large, 1 small. Chopped up real fine. So I'm going to go ahead and put about half of that, and the other half is going in the guacamole salad that we're going to make. And then we're going to toss this all around and kind of mix it in there. So you got your sweet potatoes, your beets, your onion, your celery. Sometimes if I have cucumber, I'll chop up some cucumber and put in there. But I was out of cucumbers today, so I didn't put cucumber in it. But this recipe, we're not writing it down for the book with cucumber. Okay? So there's that. And then and the jalapeno is optional. And so are the Thompson's 1/4 cup of raisins. I'm going to put a 1/4 cup of Thompson's raisins. That's optional. You can add that or not add that. I'm also going to add optional. This is not in the recipe, but you can add it. I'm going to add about 2, maybe 3 tablespoons of hemp hearts. So we got a little hemp hearts in there. And then you can also top it once we're done making it. I'll show you some different toppers that you can top it with as well, that I like to sometimes use. But anyway, we're going to mix that all together, kind of toss it together. And then we're going to add our dressing. Now I pre-made this dressing. This is 4 small lemons squeezed with a 1/4 of a cup of coconut aminos and a pinch of salt, about a 1/4 of a teaspoon, a pinch of salt, good pinch of salt, and 2 tablespoons of chia seeds, and a heaping teaspoon of gojiberries. Of course, I had to put my gojiberries in there. You know me and my gojiberries. And I used a 1/4 of a cup. I better check my recipe on this one. 1/4 of a cup. Yeah, 1/4 of a cup of the green hemp oil. I have 2 different kinds of hemp oil. The green hemp oil is kind of more of a nutty flavor to it. So you got your chia seeds, you got your hemp oil, you got your lemon juice, your coconut aminos. Oh, and the sweetener, I use 3 heaping tablespoons of raw organic honey. And I like different ones, but this is the one that I get from Ann's. It's YS organic raw honey. It's white and creamy. Those are seeds in there. I've replaced it, but I can show you what it looks like. But I also buy some honey out of Brazil that I really like, but it's pricey. But it's raw, and I love how they treat their bees and whatnot. But this is a great one. You can get it at Whole Foods or Ann's Health Food. Most all the health food stores carry it. You can see it's raw because it's white and creamy. It's not brown and syrupy. That usually means it's been heated and filtered. But anyway, I put that in there. Now, if you're strictly vegan and you don't want to go with honey, you're missing out on some huge medicinal benefits. But if you don't want to use honey, then a lot of people, they don't, hardcore vegans don't want honey. So you can also use, and I also use both, I use coconut nectar. Coconut nectar is very, very sweet, and you can get this one at most health food stores and Whole Foods, and it's also a sweetener. It's a very low glycemic sweetener. It's 100% organic, gluten-free, non-GMO, vegan. So if you don't want to use the honey, you just use more of this. And I also use a 1/4 cup of maple syrup. Okay? The maple syrup, you can use any brand you want to use. This one I just happen to use Shady Maple Farms maple syrup. It's 100% organic. 1/4 cup of that. So if you wanted to leave out the honey, you just add a little more maple syrup or a little more nectar. And that is my dressing. Okay? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour this dressing over the salad, and I usually use about half of what the recipe makes, so I can get some of the goji berries in there too. So I use about half of that, so there's about half of that dressing. And then I have soaked my goji berries. And this is a couple tablespoons, heaping tablespoons of goji berries. I'm going to go ahead and add my goji berries. And I got to have my goji berries. All right, and that's it. And you just toss that all in there, and there's your sweet potato, raw sweet potato, vegan salad. I put me some honey in there, but y'all can call it vegan salad if you leave the honey out. Okay, and we're going to taste this, Ryan, so you can see what you think.
Sounds good.
Take a little bite of it, and we'll make us a bowl. But we have lots to share with our friends or family on this holiday, this Labor Day weekend. Or we just have it to snack on the rest of the week.
How is it?
Yummy. Very yummy. I'm going to get you for it.
That's good. I'll try a little bit. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit?
Yeah, I'm not too used to potato salad yet.
Okay.
A little bit. That's very good.
Isn't that good?
It really tastes the sweet potato.
Oh, yeah. And the beets. Oh, this is so healthy for you. Okay, Ryan, so what are the health and nutrient benefits of sweet potatoes? I know I had you Google them, so what'd you come up with?
Well, sweet potatoes have a lot of basic vitamins, such as vitamin A, vitamin B6, but you're going to say, what did all these vitamins do? Well, it helps your digestive tract, help digest a lot of metals, so to say, by any chance you're eating fish, all the mercury would be broken down, or any other type of metal that your food may or may not have. Another nice thing about it is that it helps regulate your blood sugar, only a little bit. It is not complete all over. And also helps with there's like this one thing that is very good about it. It's a great source of protein. And that's why I love to eat potatoes.
Yeah. People ask me all the time, well, you don't eat meat? Where do you get your protein from? Well, there is so much protein in mangoes and seeds, pumpkin seeds, watermelon seeds. I eat tons of seeds. And different vegetables and fruits have tons of protein. People have this myth in their head that we can only get protein from meat, and that is just so not true. I get so much protein, it's crazy. But you just have to educate yourself, re-educate yourself on plants and vegetables and fruits and how much protein they really have in them. And sweet potatoes is a great source of many things.
It's a very great source.
Very great source. And this is delicious, isn't it?
It's very good. I liked it.
All right, well, that's it for today, sweet potato salad. And thanks for stopping in. And you know the drill. Namaste, shalom, satnam, peace. Gojiberry out.
Have a good day.
Yeah, thank you, Ryan. I'm going to be eating this.